frankly, so beautifully reminds us true learning begins when we become involved. A very warm and pleasant good morning to everyone present here. On behalf of DYPIU International University, Pune, I, Dr. Priya Charles, Associate Director, SCMR, along with Mr. Manbardhan, Associate Director, Student Welfare, extend our heartfelt and warm welcome to all of you on the special day of Diksharambh 2026. At the very outset, we are deeply privileged to welcome our chief guest, Shri Neeraj Kansal, Chief Commissioner, Central GST and Customs, Pune Zone, a distinguished Indian Revenue Service officer known for his leadership in public administration, taxation, and revenue governance. Sir, we extend to you our warmest welcome and are truly delighted to have you with us. It is also my privilege to warmly welcome Honorable Shri Tejas Patil, Sir, Trustee of DYP Pratisthan. Your guidance and commitment to the growth of our university are deeply valued, sir. Heartfelt welcome to you, sir. We are delighted to welcome Professor Manish, Bhalla, sir, Vice Chancellor, Dr. Anupama B. Patil, Dean, Faculty of Engineering, Dr. Madhvi Deshpande, Dean, Faculty of Non-Engineering, Dr. Madhura Jagtap, Dean, Student Welfare, Professor Yogesh D. Brahmankar, Advisor, CIIE, and Dr. Biren Moidin, BM Registrar, all directors, HODs, faculty members, staff members, parents, and my dear students, once again, a very warm welcome to you all.
नमस्कार, सुप्रभात देवी और सज्जनों। सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः, सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुर्भाग् भवेत्। भारतीय संस्कृति की इस सार्वभौमिक मंगल कामना के साथ आइए दीक्षारंभ 2026 का श्री गणेश करते हैं। और इसे मंचासीन हमारे सभी गणमान्यों से मेरा विनम्र निवेदन है कि कृपया दीप प्रज्वलन की मंगलमय रीति से इस दीक्षारंभ का शुभारंभ करें। और आप सबसे जोरदार तालियां निवेदित हैं।
Thank you all for doing the honors. As a mark of our deep respect and gratitude, we are delighted to felicitate our esteemed guests. May I now request Honorable Shri Tejas Patil, Sir, DYP Pratisthan, to kindly come forward to felicitate our chief guest, Shri Neeraj Kansal, Chief Commissioner, Central GST and Customs, Pune Zone. May we have a warm round of applause as we felicitate Shri Neeraj Kansal, sir. Huge round of applause, dear audience. Thank you, sir. Every university has an unique spirit, an identity that brings together its students, faculty, staff, and alumni. At DYPIU, this spirit resonates through our Kulgeet. The DYPIU Kulgeet has been written and sung by Mr. Manbardhan with music arrangement by Ms. Shreyas Deshpande and the chorus rendered by Ms. Siddhi, Ms. Aditi and Ms. Abba. And now it's available in our official website. May I now request everyone to kindly rise for the ceremonial rendition of the DYPIU Kulgeet. I now request the technical team to kindly play.
DYPIU के कण कण लभते हैं ज्ञानम, DYPIU के कण कण लभते हैं ज्ञानम। चिंतनम वर्धनम रूपांतरणम, चिंतनम वर्धनम रूपांतरणम। पुण्य भूमि हो धरा गगन, सत्यवादिता सेवा सदाचार व्यवहार सदा अनुशासित रहते हम, सदाचार व्यवहार सदा अनुशासित रहते हम। चिंतनम वर्धनम रूपांतरणम, चिंतनम वर्धनम रूपांतरणम।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद, बहुत बहुत आभार। हमारे सभी नवप्रवेशी विद्यार्थियों, आज से आपके सपनों को एक नया आसमान मिल रहा है। इस यात्रा में अवसर भी होंगे, चुनौतियां भी होंगी, प्रश्न भी होंगे और उनके उत्तर खोजने की जिज्ञासा भी होगी। तो आइए इस अवसर पर आप सबका मार्गदर्शन करने के लिए हम आमंत्रित करते हैं हमारे आदरणीय प्रोफेसर मनीष भल्ला सर को, जो कि नित नई ऊंचाइयों तक हमारे DYPIU को ले जाने में समर्थ हैं और हम सबको मार्गदर्शन देते रहे। एक बार जोरदार तालियों से प्रोफेसर मनीष भल्ला जी का स्वागत।
गुड मॉर्निंग, नमस्कार,
सत श्री अकाल। Dear students, parents, invited guests of the dais, dear colleagues of the dais, today there is a new day for new admitted students for in engineering branch, particularly in computer science and engineering. And this day will be remembered in future for all the students. And this day is also remembered for the parents that they have witnessed a very enlightenment, very insightful discussions, deliberations of our eminent guest. ऑनरेबल तेजस पाटिल जी, जो एक यंग डायनामिक एंटरप्रेन्योर हैं और वो इस कैंपस को लीड कर रहे हैं। नीरज कंसल जी, जो बहुत पुराने मेरे मित्र हैं, आज मैंने इनको पर्पसफुली बुलाया और बिकॉज ही इज ऑल्सो हैविंग ए वेरी साउंड बैकग्राउंड ऑफ टेक्निकल एजुकेशन। DY Patil group was established by DY Patil Dadaji, who is now no more with us, but I think the legacy which he has left have been carried forward by the three generations. And all the three generations have
given
the very right and correct direction to all of us and all the students, because
they are a pioneer in the technical and medical education. DY Patil International
University is a part of DY Patil Group, which has started its legacy 80 years before. And this 80 years before, a school was established by his grandfather, by his father of Dada DY Patil ji. And that particular school has now transformed into a modern school in Kolhapur. Now with this school inception in 1946, the vision of Dr. D.Y. Patil, he has established various verticals in the field of higher education, healthcare, hospitality, agriculture, sports, industries, entertainment, and retail. So there are 8 verticals where our group is functioning since last almost 80 years. In totality, 40 years on these verticals. The group have established 8 universities across the Mumbai, Pune, and Kolhapur. More than 200 total institutions was established during this particular period, and more than 15,000 employees are working across all the campuses. Along with more than 1 lakh students are being studying in various campuses, and more than 5 lakh students are the alma mater of these organizations. The legacy, as I have told, the 3 generations carry forward and headed by Sanjay D. Patil, Satesh D. Patil, and Tejas D. Patil. Patil International University the university is approved by University Grant Commission under Section 2F of 1956 UGC Act. It has also got recognized by the Maharashtra State Private University under the Act. We are also having the member institution of Association of Indian Universities and Association of Commonwealth Universities, because D.Y. Patil International University itself says that it is an international perception we are carrying forward. The DSIR approval is a mandatory for research ecosystem. So we got the DST approval for the DSIR. We have 9 schools as an academic footprint. Faculty of engineering as well as faculty of non-engineering. Around 30 plus academic programs are being undergraduate, postgraduate, and PhD. We have also Center for Interdisciplinary Research, which is imparting the PhD program along with the other UG and PG programs, which is interdisciplinary in nature. And we are also aiming for transdisciplinary approach. Criteria, we will start the PhD program under Center for Interdisciplinary Studies and Research. The state of art, the Silicon we have the privilege to have, first private university in the Pan-India that we have started a BTech program, 4-year program in semiconductor engineering. We have fabrication lab and we are going to expand it for the packaging. We have Takshala that is meant for a smart factory, a smart forge lab, which is now integrated. All the machines are integrated with IoT in order to build a student giving the concept to outcome. So we are having a very state of art Takshala at our university. We are going to have very soon the Center for Excellence as DYPIU is aiming for industry-driven program. So we are taking lot of initiative to induct the industries to know the problem statement of the industry at our place, and you are the person, you are the students who can solve the problem statement of the society, and accordingly the technology transfer will happen afterwards when the prototype will be converted into a compound or a a dish type of thing. For example, you have a concept of something which can be converted into a prototype. And in that respect, we have already started a Center for Innovation, Incubation and Entrepreneurship, wherein all the students will participate, put up the idea under the mentorship of our faculty, and they will do the wonders. In that respect, I wish to point out over here, we have developed a prototype which is now being, gone for screening purpose at the medical college as a ventilator for the lungs. We have Center of Excellences, interdisciplinary studies and research, climate resilience, skill development, Indian knowledge system, gender studies and social inclusion, and also the cyber security Center of Excellence powered by Tech Mahindra. Our focus on the research and innovation there is a very strong research ecosystem over here where I can say that we have the undergraduate research society that will inculcate the research competence of the students, which may
lead to the generation of prototypes. Our research division is
doing wonderfully well. We have more than 500 students, 500 research papers in Q1 and Q2 journals. More than 7 crore we have invested and received the external and internal fundings. We have tied up many industries for industry academia to strengthen the ecosystem. IBM is that is meant for semiconductor laboratory and semiconductor program. Tied up with many of the international universities for the academic as well as the industrial tie-up. The student outcome with respect to the placement, more than 1,500 students have per annum. These are the some glimpses of our industry academia advisory board, because we believe that the industrial person, the industry representative, will give us the real-time problem statement and the total packages over here for across all the programs. These are some glimpses of campus recruitment and industry. We will start the School of Hotel Management and Catering Technology. We also have vision to start and align our vision with the national vision of India. Hydrogen as a fuel, sustainability and climate changes, quantum technology, because quantum technology mission is already going on, biomedical engineering, bioinformatics, nanotechnology. We also aiming for BTech and MBA program along with the product design. These are the few main programs we are going to start in near future. With respect to rankings and accreditation, we are in process of NAC, which is a institutional accrediting body of Government of India. We are also in the process of program specific, particularly for computer science, DASCA accreditation, and AACSB for management education. We have already participated in NIRF. The result outcome is awaited, and since it is a 3-year process, it will take to come our university, figured on our university in top 100. The QS iGauge, THE rankings, and Artiba rankings are also in process. So these are the various accreditation and rankings which are in process, and our internal quality assurance cell of the university is taking care. So I wish all the students to take care the full advantage of our state-of-art infrastructure, eminent faculties, and
since this 4-year time will not come again, so you enjoy your
time while staying in the university, but focus on the academics rather than going for reels. So my advice to all of you to be concentrate next 3-year or 4-year on the academics. Best wishes from my side.
Thank you, sir, for setting the vision for the road ahead. Your words have given our students not only an introduction to DYPIU, but also a sense of belonging, purpose, and direction as they begin their university journey. To give our students a glimpse into the academic journey, opportunities, and possibilities that await them, it is my privilege to invite Dr. Anupama V. Patil, Dean, Faculty of Engineering, to address the gathering and share her valuable insights. Respected dignitaries on and off the dais, dear students, parents, my dear faculty colleagues, a very good morning and very warm welcome from DYPIU International University. Today it's really a special day for me to stand in front of you as Dean Engineering, addressing new students and parents. So before I start anything, I just want to say to my dear parents, thank you for trusting us with something as precious as your child's future. We, DYPIU family, assure you today to be worthy of your trust which you have placed in us. And to my dear students, hearty congratulations for securing a seat at one of the premier university of India, that is DYPIU International University. So what exactly have you joined? Of them. Whether you have enrolled for BTech Computer Science, AI/ML, cybersecurity, forensic, quantum computing, BCA, MCA, computational mathematics. Please remember, you are joining one of the widest and most future-facing computing ecosystem in the country, all under one roof at DYPIU International University. And I want to understand, there is barely an industry left that isn't quietly being rebuilt on code. The car industry, the automobile industry is becoming a software industry that hospitals lean on algorithms as supporting tools for doctors. Agriculture, logistics, even the arts are being reshaped by the same ideas that you are going to study in next 4 years. Nations now guard their networks the way they once guarded their borders, which is exactly why cybersecurity has become a matter of national importance and not just a corporate policy. And the problems, yes, we are still not able to solve. Simulating climate system accurately, discovering new medicines, building machines that reason instead of merely calculate are precise. On, and that is precisely why the work you do here for next 4 years will matter far more than just being in the campus. So I'm sure somewhere in the next 4 years, one of you will write a line of code that quietly changes the life of a few million people. The way an anonymous computer engineer once changed yours the very first time you unlocked a phone with your face. And that is genuinely the most exciting part of our job. So once again, welcome all my dear students. Welcome to the place where you stop simply using tomorrow's technology and start building that technology. So welcome to School of Computer Science, Engineering and Applications at DYPIU International University. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for your inspiring words of wisdom. देवी और सज्जनों, अब मैं एक ऐसी शिक्षाविद को आमंत्रित करने जा रहा हूं जो ज्ञान के साथ दृष्टि, कौशल के साथ संवेदनशीलता और शिक्षा
के साथ जीवन मूल्यों को महत्व देती हैं। उनसे मार्गदर्शन प्राप्त करना आप सबके लिए बहुत ही कल्याणकारी होगा। इसी मंगल कामना के साथ मैं आमंत्रित करने जा रहा हूं आदरणीय डॉक्टर माधवी देशपांडे जी का, जो कि डीन ऑफ फैकल्टी नॉन इंजीनियरिंग है, और आप सबसे तालियां निवेदन।
So at the outset, I really would like to thank Manvardhan ji for such an august introduction that he has given me. Well, it has increased my responsibility. So, dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, my dear colleagues and my very, very dear students, good morning. So, when I was given a chance to speak to you this morning, I was actually very bewildered. I was thinking about what a non-engineering dean is going to be talking to very sophisticated, very informed, very tech-savvy generation of today. And then I did something that my teachers taught me years ago, research. Because I had to give you something today to remember, some word to remember beyond information technology, beyond high-tech scenes, machines, labs, domains. That is going to be your, daily life. And I'm really very sure, believe me, I'm really very, very sure, and I have full trust that you're going to make the most of the opportunities that are here, that this university has really made available for you. And as I said, that I actually researched, and I did come up with a few thoughts, which I really wanted to share, which probably made you more in touch with the thought, the intellect, the soul, the consciousness, and be more living, because I know your lives are more going to be intertwined with machines, but sa vidya ya vimuktaye. That is true knowledge which liberates. That is true knowledge, वो true knowledge है जो आपको liberate करता है, correct? And the moment I read this verse, it liberated me from the chains of my own obviousness to the vast openness of knowledge, of searching new meanings, right? So today, the thought that I give you is, Ano bhadraha kratavo yantu vishvataha. Let noble thoughts come to us from every side. My dears, it's very important. What do we do with our talents? What do we do with our knowledge? What do we with our tools? How do we change lives? But to change lives, you have to change yours, right? To change your life, you'll have to change your thought process. And how do you do that? If you allow other thoughts to come into your mind, right? So let these noble thoughts give you the clarity of your thought, answer your every doubt, give you the light of meaning for the path that is yours and yours alone to walk. As Bhagavad Gita reminds us, Karmanyavadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachanaha. Right? You have the right to your actions, but not to the fruits thereof. And you have a thought about why is that? Right? So because being a part of this Athanga universe, Athanga, endless, aseem, endless universe, our Maya of our desires limits us by, conspiring on materialistic things, right? Good job, great house, a good car, a lovely, beautiful wife or husband, and oh wow, what a happy life. But I need you to remind today that beyond that you have an intellect, a consciousness, a soul in you which can do extraordinary things, right? I want you to remind that, and therefore, my dear, the simple truth over here is that if our actions are right, the outcome is going to be extraordinary. That is why. And remember, the very timeless principle that we have over here is Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The whole world is our universe. Let us not be limited to myself, my desires, my aspirations, my opportunities, right? But to look at the world as a family and then see how much enrichment do you really have. So there are three things that we should all, you and me together, should focus on is jnana, knowledge, right? Never stop learning. I didn't stop. And look at what I came across. Karma, action. What you gain should not remain in your thoughts, but translate into your actions, right? Convert knowledge into creation and contribution, my dears. Very important. Every moment in your life is an opportunity to make the difference. Let us not waste that. And third, we need to do all of that with dharma, that is responsibility. Right? Use your knowledge ethically and for larger goals. And perhaps, most importantly, uttishtaha jagrataha prapya varani bodhataha, which means arise, awake, and move forward towards excellence because there's nothing else to do. I leave you with one simple thought today. Learn deeply, connect widely, create fearlessly, and contribute meaningfully. May your education give you not only the successful career, but also a meaningful life and wisdom to use your success well. Welcome to DYPIU. Swasti panthamanu charena surya chandramasa viva. May we walk together on the path of well-being, knowledge and light. And thank you, my very best wishes. I hope I have given something to you to think on today. Thank you.
Curiosity meets opportunity. At DYPIU, students are encouraged not only to learn, but also to create, innovate, and make a difference. To share how ideas can be transformed into successful ventures and meaningful impact, I invite Professor Yogesh D. Brahmankar, Advisor, Center for Innovation, Incubation, and Entrepreneurship, to address our students.
Till he sets up. Very good morning. Hello. Good morning. Are you there? Good morning. I can't hear you. Let's wish good morning to our guest. Good morning. Still not better. Good morning. Still not better. कुछ लोग सोच रहे, कुछ लोग बोल रहे हैं कि बोलने दो. Good morning. Respected dignitaries on the dais.
Mr. Kansal, Tejas ji, Honorable Vice Chancellor Dr. Bhalla, my dear colleagues, my dear students. बहुत देर से आप लोग सुन रहे हैं, and all the three speakers before me, everybody has spoken about entrepreneurship. And it gives a very clear message what this university has focused to and offer to the students. And not only that, it also gives a very clear message what's coming in your way. It also gives a very clear message what's the future of this country and what the country is focusing upon. All three of them, both the deans and Honorable Vice Chancellor, has spoken about how this university focuses on innovation and entrepreneurship. I hope all of you understand. Before I proceed with the presentation, if you see the screen, you will see something very funny. How many of you are joined for computer science? Can you please raise your hand?
Can you please raise both of your hands if you are joined for computer science? All the students, raise your both hands. थोड़ी देर रखिए, थोड़ा योगा करते हैं. Sit straight. Yeah. Raise your both hands. What you see on screen is, yeah, can I request my IT team to show the slides, please? These are the people, even parents.
Kids, you can raise your hand. Yeah. There are many people in between, I can see that. कि आगे पीछे वालों ने कर लिया तो हमने नहीं किया तो भी चलेगा. See, these are the people who have supported you to reach here, and these are the people who are going to support you to reach here. Raise your hand once more, and let's give a round of applause to the people, that is your parents, who enabled you to reach here, and the faculty members who are going to support. You know why I did this? Let's just be grateful. And when you're grateful, you start learning more. You're entering a very new journey, post lots of effort till 12th. And many people might have played a very important role in your life up till here. And when you're grateful, now it's welcoming a new opportunity in your way. When you are grateful, you are open to the world. And we really mean it. And I really mean it. And I'm going to take you through a couple of things which might show you not only about the university, but how the world is changing and why we should start like this. So let me take you through a short presentation. See, normally the journey starts like this, if you see on the slides, and it ends with something like this. You know what is there on the right side? It's car loan and home loan. and you end up paying EMI for 20-25 years. You can confirm it from the first 3 rows later on. Yeah. This is how we look at our journey. Even in presentations, we talk about placements. Fine, there is no offense. But is it really the only thing in the journey? Have you identified? I know I don't want to put to pressure you. You went through CET, you went through different tests, JEE and things. I understand, abhi socha hoga, sir, abhi to university mein open kar rahe, and what you are asking now. But what I am going to ask you is very, very important. And I understand some of the parents are also sitting, not only here. I think 25 to 30 classrooms are occupied with number of students. Correct, madam? Do you know, you come here, do you know what is going to make you relevant in next 5 to 10 years? Yesterday we were into a discussion, and Dr. Patil, who is Dean for Computer Science and Engineering, she said, what you are going to learn in 4th year, that subject is still not discussed anywhere. You know what it means? It means the pace of change, what is happening in the industry and the ecosystem. We used to have, when we did our graduation, 10 साल के लिए यूनिवर्सिटी में एक syllabus चलता था. 10 years. And एक new course आता था, फिर भी 60-70% courses are the same. We are in the era where on day 1 we are telling you we do not have syllabus for the 4th year. Because industry and university will design it together when we on the journey towards your 4th year. Are you getting it? That tells you where we are, what kind of world we are trying to live. It's very different. Change पहले भी था दोस्तों, but the pace of change is very, very high. It's very fast. And it's for everybody, sitting on this side and sitting on this side. If we do not upgrade ourselves, we are out. You're going to be absolute. You're going to work for at least 40-45 years. Lifespan has gone up. Nobody retires at 60 today. You're going to work till 65-70. If you have to work with this pace of change, imagine how much agility we need to adapt to the things. Any guess? Like good morning, any random pop-up? I saw some good energy this side. What do you see here on screen? It's a workplace 300 years ago. 300 साल पहले का workplace. Workplace 200 years ago. Workplace 100-150 years ago. Workplace 50 years ago. Until very recent. And this is the workplace today. Yes? This is the workplace today. How many of you have tried or worked on some project or tried a startup or idea or sold something? Please raise your hand. Raise your full hand. Tried something, sold something, tried a project. Raise your full hand. Nobody is going to watch you because it's very difficult to identify face in this crowd. But we can see your hand. 2 of them. 3. Yeah. I think might be because we have a taboo to raise a hand. There might be more also, and we don't know in the classrooms itself. This is the workplace, guys. That's the change today. The world is very complex. Though we say we are globalized, the world is one family. At the same time, the world has become very, very complex. It has opportunities, it has challenge, और जो पहले चैलेंज थे वो थ्रेट्स में बदल गए हैं. 20 years पहले जो चैलेंज था, जो डिफिकल्ट था, that has become a threat, and you can see it around right in the environment also. Not only in employment, in ecology you can see. Everywhere you can see. It's very difficult to step out on Sunday morning from Pune and travel to Mumbai. Yeah, population is also huge, and we are population. Don't blame others, right? We are also part of that crowd now. But there are so many opportunities in the world. What to do with this opportunity. हमारा focus अगर ये रहेगा कि बस we want 1 lakhs package or 9 lakh package, if that's the only focus, then you're not catching up the bus. And if you miss that bus, you miss it for long time. 10-15 साल लग जाएंगे cover करने में. You are here in one of the very important universities, but बहुत सारे goals लेके आते हैं बच्चे 12th के बाद कि बहुत पढ़ाई कर ली मम्मी पापा ने 3 साल से. It starts, the whole journey starts after 9th, right? 9th के vacation के बाद अब तक सांस लेने के लिए time नहीं मिला होगा. Like that. And then you're saying now it's starting, और ये सर आके डरा रहे हैं. बहुत सारे goals होंगे. And we have multiple goals. How to look at this? There is a simple genie for this. And the university also has this genie with the university. Yeah. You know, what we try to do here in the university, there is an incubation center called Nanavishkar Foundation, which is established by the Center for Innovation, Incubation and Entrepreneurship. And if you read, I don't want you to read the whole thing, but I want you to read the first left side later. Chefness. All of you might know the difference between chef and cook. We try to develop the chefness in students here. Chefness is a characteristic which is not something which you can only do by rote learning. Chefness is something trying new things. If you heard Vice Chancellor's speech clearly, he spoke about problem solving at least 7 times today. He spoke about problem solving and industry aake problem dega. I don't know how many of you have understood it very, very clearly. I'm not underestimating you. But if you focus on it, what the university offers you to do, develop this chefness in you. This was not there, guys, 25 years back. I'm not cribbing, I'm telling about the ecosystem. This was not there. The university is giving you open ground. It's not classroom learning only. The whole focus is on skill development on what the world needs around. When he is mentioning that we have this many industries, this many labs, is that university is trying to offer you an opportunity. Here is the way you work practically. Here is a problem, which is our problem in the society. For example, solid waste management. For example, traffic. How do we manage with the traditional signal system? Can you offer something from your own experience? You know, now Pune, how many of you are from Pune and around? Raise your hand again. Thoda aur yoga ho gaya. Very few of you. Pune and around. You know, Pune has a vehicle RTO number system called MH12. And it is changing. And Punekar being very proud about MH12, we are opposing. Logically, it's not possible. It is over. Okay? It has reached to a stage where it is over. The bucket is full. So you have to start with something. Today's newspaper talks about it. People are opposing. You as technologists, can you bring a solution to it where you take care of the emotions of Pune and you still retain MH12? Tell me. It's a clear technology problem. Any good technologist can solve it. Take it as a challenge in first year. किसी ने बोला है कि first year में नहीं करना है faculty के साथ project? नहीं बोला है. Nobody stops you that. Is it only second and third year or fourth year students have to do something? हम तो नए हैं, enjoy करेंगे. It's not like that. You develop your career through it. Enjoy कीजिए. अगर खुश और satisfied रहोगे तो अपने आप enjoy करोगे. And for that, वो happiness यहाँ से आएगा. And if you're doing something really meaningful which university is offering, whatever you are a very good bowler or a batsman, अगर pitch नहीं है खेलने के लिए अच्छा, तो क्या करोगे? Here is the pitch. Many times what happens, students, when they join in graduation, you go into a judgmental phase कि हमारा कॉलेज ऐसा है, हमारी यूनिवर्सिटी ऐसी है, हम इतने ही है, हम यही करते हैं, बस इतना ही है, हम तो यहाँ पे है. It's but obvious. But if you keep doing that, it's your college. You know, DYPIU is not going to be with most of us if we are not alumnus. It's going to be lifetime with you. You are going to be alumnus of this institution lifetime. सेकंड ईयर में, थर्ड ईयर में जाके अगर आप बोलते हो कि यूनिवर्सिटी में ऐसा ही होता है, या सेकंड सेम में जाके बोलते हो, इट्स यू, द कल्चर, हु बिल्ड्स द कल्चर, इट्स यू. And this is what we can do it together. And that's where I think all other speakers were focusing on. So what we do at Center for Innovation, Incubation, Entrepreneurship, I don't want to show you pictures and what we did earlier, but I want to share with you what exactly we try to do. We help you to identify what you're good at, and you identify what you love. And if you make a combination of it, and then you apply it to the external world, what the world needs, and what you get paid for. I meet so many of my friends and friends who are in 40s or 45, at the age of 44, 45. They said, Agar I really don't want to do this coding, or I really don't want to work with this IT company, that if somebody takes care of my EMI, I will leave this particular job. So it is better to identify in the university campus, and that is what we help you with the whole setup of problem solving, very good faculty, experts. Every faculty is connected to industry by some or other way. They're working on live projects with industry or bringing industry to campus. You have to leverage that. And this is what we help you to identify. Now you might be thinking, what is this about entrepreneurship? I understand Manvardhanji is here, so I have to finish in the next 1 minute, Manvardhanji. Thank you. Sure. Yeah. You can clap for him also, or me also. So entrepreneurship is mindset, guys. It's not only about startup. Corporates are hiring proactive problem solvers, and that is what university is trying to build. Some of you build startups, some of you might join corporates. Nothing wrong in is that. But do we build that mindset together? That is what.
And when you look at right of Lord Ganesha, your right when you're praying, there is a 4,000 square feet place where we are building Nano Vishkar Foundation, which is an incubation center, which is going to be a very vibrant, creative workplace. But the entry to place would be to those who are deserving. So there will be always a rider to every offering what university is going to offer. And if you do that, you will attract many things. You have to convert yourself into a magnet so that you attract lots of things like fundings and support from university. So I think that's all what I wanted to say. Welcome to DYPIU. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for underlining the importance of having the mindset of a problem solver. And just to add here, my dear students, reminding you again and again, to every problem under the sun, there is a remedy or there is none. To every problem under the sun, there is a remedy or there is none. If there is one, try to find it. If there is none, never mind it. Ladies and gentlemen, we now come to one of the most distinguished segments of Diksharambh 2026. An opportunity for our students to hear from a distinguished public servant whose career embodies integrity, leadership, commitment, and excellence in public administration. It is our privilege to welcome Shri Neeraj Kansal, sir, Chief Commissioner, Central GST and Customs, Pune Zone, as our esteemed chief guest. A distinguished 1993 batch Indian Revenue Service officer, Shri Kansal, sir, brings with him over the 3 decades of rich experience in customs, GST, taxation, policymaking, and public administration. He's a mechanical engineer and MBA in finance gold medalist. He has held several key leadership positions during his distinguished career. His professional journey includes important assignments with the Ministry of Home Affairs, CBIC, and the Sports Authority of India, along with international engagements representing India. He is the recipient of the Chairman's Gold Medal for Best Probationer and the Most Distinguished Alumnus Award from Thapar University. He also serves on the governing board of IIM Rohtak and has contributed to management education as visiting faculty of IIM Ahmedabad and IIM Rohtak. For our young students, his remarkable journey offers valuable lessons in leadership, discipline, professional excellence, and service to society. Ladies and gentlemen, please have a big round of
applause for Neeraj Chancellor.
Respected Shri Tejas Patil, Trustee DYP Pratisthan, Professor Manish, Bhalla, Vice Chancellor, other dignitaries on the dais, distinguished members of the faculty, respected parents, and my dear students. A very good morning to all of you.
It's a pleasure to be here today as you begin this new journey through Diksharambh. It's a very apt word. It's Diksharambh. It's not an induction ceremony.
You are being initiated into a new phase of life.
I remember when my Diksharambh
Started 42 years back. No, I joined engineering college in 1984 and passed out in 88.
And I'm particularly happy here because this is just not another academic function.
For all of you sitting here, something important begins today. A new campus, new teachers, new friends, and a new freedom. But comes with them are new responsibilities. But perhaps most importantly is a new version of yourselves. I noticed the beautiful line on the invitation which said, a new beginning, a shared journey, and a bright future. I think that captures the spirit of today perfectly. And I would like to use these three words, that is beginning, journey, and future, to share a few of my thoughts today with you. Let me start by saying something which might surprise you after my previous speakers. You do not have to have whole of your life figured out today. Some of you might have entered this university thinking that I want to become an engineer. Somebody might have thought, I just want to do a startup. Somebody might have even thought that he wants to join a multinational. Somebody wants to become a researcher. Or somebody might think like me that I want to join public service. But some of you might be sitting here and saying, honestly, I haven't figured it out yet. And that, I want to say, is perfectly fine. I joined the Indian Revenue Service in 1993. At that time, I could not have imagined what my journey during my 33 years of service would be like. I joined as a young officer, engineering background, MBA. But where did the life take me? To taxation? I was not a legal person. To customs? And then I figured it out again that the world is changing. So I came back to technology again. I was managing the complete technology systems of Indian customs and GST. But intermittently, if we look at it, none of my engineering mattered. None of my MBA mattered. I was at one point of time in Sports Authority of India training the Indian team for Olympics. And another time, I was in the Home Ministry looking at what? Looking at the paramilitary forces. So life is not going to be, it's not a railway track. It's a journey. And it will change. So don't have it figured out, don't worry. The point is, how do we go? Where do we go from here? The opportunities you cannot see today may be the ones which will shape your life tomorrow. So don't be in too much of a hurry to decide your entire future today. There are unexpected opportunities. There are setbacks.
Changes in direction. And there'll be people who will influence you on your journey. And there will be
Moments which will completely change your perspective. So don't be anxious. It's a journey. And you may well have more than one career in your lifetime. So don't choose only a profession. Develop the ability to reinvent yourself. What matters is that you keep moving, keep learning, and remain open to possibilities. I will use this word possibilities again and again because they come in life. Your university education, it is not supposed to give you all the answers in life. It should teach you how to find the answers. You know, university has chosen three powerful words as its motto: think, thrive, and transform. Let me start with think. You know, we are entering perhaps the most extraordinary technological period in human history. Artificial intelligence is changing the nature of work. Robotics is changing manufacturing. Biotechnology is changing medicine. And quantum computing, it will change the computing itself. And digital technologies are changing the relationships between citizens, businesses, and governments. So you will live and work in a world very different from the one which I faced or your parents had entered. But there is something important I want you to remember. Technology is becoming better at answering questions. ChatGPT can really answer a lot of questions for you. So therefore, how do you go about it? What is your greatest advantage? Our greatest advantage today is to ask better questions. जवाब देने के लिए आज ChatGPT है. ChatGPT means, you know what does it mean when you talk about ChatGPT? ChatGPT means the knowledge of more than 10 million books. You and me can never read those 10 million books. So we have to ask better questions. Don't become passive consumers of information. Don't be biased with these Instagrams and WhatsApps. Be curious. Question everybody's assumptions. You know, challenge conventional wisdom of your parents and us. Ask why. Maybe ask why not. And ask what if. So whenever you encounter a problem, Professor Bhalla talked a lot about problem solving. I'll say develop only one habit. Can this be done better? That's it. And that question is the beginning of innovation. You know, when I did my engineering, there was no computer, mind you. There were no computers in 1984. Most of the engineering college has not even one. I joined IRS in 1993. The world was totally different. I have worked largely during my tenure in customs with physical files, which is history today. Limited connectivity. And later, as I told you, it's all about technology. Today, our offices are physical file-less. We work only on systems. Now, this experience taught me something very important. That is, your first qualification does not have to define your entire career, and I will say that to you guys also again. This, whatever you're going to learn in about 4 years, this will not determine your life. Your ability to keep learning, that will define your life later. Some of you may be worried that AI will take away your jobs. And some of you may also might be excited that it might give up new possibilities. My own view is that AI will certainly change jobs. Some jobs will disappear. Many new jobs will emerge. But the bigger transformation will be that almost every professional, an engineer, an MBA, or even a humanities student, will have to learn how to work with AI. So don't compete with machines. There is something which machines can do better. So we have to develop the things that machines cannot easily replicate. What is that? That is judgment. That is creativity, curiosity, empathy, leadership, and character. You know, AI can tell you what can be done, but ultimately you have to decide what should be done. That distinction will become increasingly important And that is where ethics, judgment, and responsibility become more important. Let's go to the second word, which is thrive. Thriving is not same as succeeding academically. Marks matter, degrees matter, skills matter, but they are only a part of the whole equation. You have to develop yourself as a complete human being. Learn to communicate, learn to listen, learn to work in teams, learn to disagree without being disagreeable, learn to handle pressure, take care of your physical health, take care of your mental health, and develop resilience, because life will test you. You will not always get the marks you want. You will not always get selected. Your first idea may fail. You might fail even in an interview. Somebody else might get the opportunity where you wanted to succeed in an interview. And there'll be moments when you will wonder whether you're good enough. And at that moment, remember, failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is often part of the price of success. So the important thing is not whether you fail. The important thing is whether you will learn, get up, and continue. Whenever we were talking to the sportsmen who were preparing for these Olympics, we always used to tell them that whenever you enter a competition, you might lose. But at that time, in a dignified manner, go to the opponent, congratulate him, and come back to your coach and just ask him, "Sir, where did I go wrong?" And then start again for the next Olympics. There is another aspect of your time in the university, that is relationships. बहुत सालों बाद you will not remember कि कौन सा lecture लगाया, कौन से lecture में किसने क्या सिखाया, ये सब याद नहीं रहता. I will barely remember anything. What you will remember is the people. कौन से teacher ने मुझे inspire किया, कौन से batchmate ने मेरी मदद की, कौन से और इंसान ने जो वहाँ पे और लोग थे जिन्होंने मेरी आके मदद की when I was down. So make good friendships. That is what is important. Respect your teachers. Stay connected with your parents. Often I have found that the new generation, once they go to these colleges and hostels, they're losing touch with their parents. That is something I will like to really focus that. Please stay connected with your parents. Be kind to people. And one more important thing is, in a batch of, let's say you have a batch of about 3,000 people, he was telling me, in engineering or non-engineering. So there are different kinds of people in the world. Try to interact with the person who is most opposite to you. Because that is how life will work out one day. You will not get the people of your kind. जो आपकी तरह सोचते हैं वो नहीं मिलेंगे बाद में. तो हर तरह के इंसान के साथ जीना पड़ता है. Let's come to the third word, that is transform. This, according to me, is the most important word. Your university should transform not only your knowledge, it should transform your perspective. आपका सोचने का तरीका बदलना है, अभी आप छोटे हो. There should be a different perspective. जब आप यूनिवर्सिटी में आते हो, then first question which comes in your mind is, what will I become? I would like you to also ask, what will I contribute? There's a very subtle but important difference. A career is about what you achieve. A contribution is about what you leave behind. सब लोग बात करते हैं कि legacy होनी चाहिए एक. आप किसी को क्या देके जाओगे ये भी सोचो. आप क्या achieve करोगे ये तो बात ठीक है. So every personal ambition should also coexist with some kind of a social contribution. You can be commercially successful and still socially responsible. These are not opposite words. That's what I want to point. You can become an excellent professional, but still mentor others. You can earn well, but give something back to the society. You guys are also fortunate to begin your journey at such point in India when India is changing rapidly. We are becoming more digital, more entrepreneurial. Because the risk-taking ability which was missing in this country has gradually started coming in. We have become more globally connected and increasingly confident about our place in the world. By the time you pass out and say another 10 years down the line after that, say 14, 15 years from now, where you will be looking at. As a public servant, how do we want to tell you? You will be looking at India at 2047. We are just 20 years away from that. और जब वो 2047 वाला भारत आएगा, I'll have nothing to do with it practically. Nor your parents have anything to do with it. It will be yours. वो आपका वक्त होगा. And today you have to think, that 2047 is not a distant vision. ये 20 साल का पता निकल जाएंगे, पता नहीं लगेगा. So it is a responsibility that is gradually being handed over to your generation. So don't think of yourself merely as students, preparing for employment. You should think of yourself as future builders of India, an India which will be there in 2047. इतने सालों के public service के बाद, one thing I have seen that the real measure of your position is not in the designation attached to it. It is not in that I'm Chief Commissioner today. That does not make it powerful. It is the difference that you are able to make because you held that position. Whether you become tomorrow, let's talk not about the public service. If tomorrow you become an entrepreneur, a scientist, researcher, try to reach a stage where people say, not merely that you were successful, but that your presence made a difference. Public service also teaches us a lot about leadership. Authority can come with a designation, but respect does not. Respect has to be earned. It has to be earned by listening. It has to be earned by being fair and taking responsibility. आज मैं ये कोशिश करता हूँ कि कोई भी entrepreneur, taxpayer, कोई भी public service का public normal human being, if he comes to me, he should feel that he was listened to. He was listened to fairly, and I could help him solve his problem. So in all this, what becomes more important? Something becomes more important is character rather than anything else. So I'll normally have three things whenever I talk to anybody. That you should have knowledge, you should have judgment. Judgment means it's not mere knowledge. Judgment is you must know when and how to use that knowledge. And third is character. And that, my friends, is most important. Do the right thing when it is, even if it is inconvenient. Do the right thing even when nobody is watching you. In these 3 decades of public service, I have worked with people of extraordinary competence. बहुत intelligent लोगों के साथ मैंने काम किया. हमें कई बार लगता था कि हमें तो कुछ आता ही नहीं है. But I still realize at the end of it that those were not the people whom I trusted the most. I trusted somebody who had integrity, और मुझे पता था कि अगर ये situation आएगी एक दिन तो ये इंसान है जो इस सर्विस में ऐसे behave करेगा. बाकियों से मुझे वो intelligent लोगों से इतनी उम्मीद नहीं थी. When you are young, when you are in a college atmosphere, you invariably compare yourself with others. हर आदमी एक दूसरे के साथ अपने आप को compare कर रहा है. Someone will score more marks, someone will get better internship, someone will launch a startup tomorrow, किसी को अच्छी नौकरी मिल जाएगी बहुत prestigious company में, कुछ ऐसा लगेगा कि ये रेस में बहुत जल्दी हमसे आगे भाग रहे हैं. But don't let comparison become your measure of self-worth. Your journey is your own. Learn from others. Be inspired from others. हर budding actor को अमिताभ बच्चन से inspired होना ही चाहिए. But that doesn't mean that your self-worth has been declined. सबको यही सोचना चाहिए कि अपना वक्त आएगा. करना यही है कि knowledge, judgment और character. Ultimately compare yourself with yourself. Am I better than yesterday? That's it. Make mistakes. मैं हमेशा बोलता हूँ, अपने बच्चों को भी बोलता था कि जिंदगी में गलती करो, हर तरह की गलती करो, मगर ऐसी कोई गलती मत करना जो गुनाह लगे. Don't cross that line of legality and ethics. A lot of parents are also here, I believe, today. Behind every student, there's a story of sacrifice, encouragement, anxiety, and hope. All the parents have brought them to this threshold. But आज के बाद मैं पेरेंट्स को यही बात बोलूँगा, 4 साल के लिए आपको एक ही चीज़ देनी है इन बच्चों को, that is your trust. Give them your trust. Let them explore. Let them make mistakes. Let them discover who they are. And be there when they need you. But give them confidence to make their own decisions. Because our responsibility as parents is not to create a perfect life for our children. It is to prepare them to create their own life. So kids, when you pass out of this university, I would like to only say, don't only ask yourself, what did I achieve? Ask yourself, what did I learn? Whom did I help? And what did I leave better than I found it? If you can answer these 3 questions in your own way, that is where you will have a life of purpose. Today, DY Patil International University welcomes you into a family. And over the next few years, this campus will become much more than a place where you attend classes. It will be where you discover your strengths, weaknesses, failures, friendships, assumptions. So make these years count. Read beyond your syllabus. Don't confine, that is not the word. Ask difficult questions. Take responsible risks. Remain curious. Stay humble. And never lose your integrity. Character is the most important. Don't be afraid of the unknown. So your future is not something that is waiting to be discovered. It is something that you will build. One decision, one experience, and one choice at a time. Coming to these 3 words, think, thrive, and transform. Think independently, thrive with resilience, and transform yourselves, and then use what you have learned to transform the world around you. My best wishes to the entire batch. May your journey that begins with this Diksharambh today lead you not merely to successful careers, but to meaningful lives. Thank you.
Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir. What a profound thought. AI can tell us what can be done, but we have to decide what should be done. That is the wisdom no machine can replace. Thank you, sir, for reminding us to be a decision maker and not just users of technology. Thank you so much. It is now time to express our gratitude to everyone who has made this occasion truly special. To formally present the vote of thanks, I call on Dr. Biren Moidan, Registrar, DYPIU International University, to share the concluding words of gratitude.
Good afternoon, respected dignitaries on the dais, my dear colleagues, my dear parents, students. Normally, I'm a person who came at last with a pressuring time. Today I'm relaxed because we are on time. So let me thank Shri, our Chief Guest of Honor, Neeraj, Kansal ji, for your great thoughts. So many people have taught different things today. Sir has taught a unique thing to all the students. Please listen to it. And parents, he has guided very properly what to do, what not to do. So thank you, sir, very much for your thought-provoking speech, which definitely students will gain, and they keep study and focus on the studies, what they do here. We also faculty will learn from that to keep ourselves down and guide in a proper way. Definitely we will do that. Thank you, sir, for your wonderful speech. And it's my privilege to
Thank our Honorable Trustee,
young dynamic Shri Tejas Patil ji, for gracing the function and guiding every moment for our DYP Patil International University to lead our university in the right direction. Thank you, sir. And
our beloved and dear
Vice Chancellor, sir, Manish Bhalla ji, sir. Thank you, sir, for your every minute guidance, every second guidance. We made this day successful for the university, and thank you, sir. And Yogesh Brahmankar, sir, so he was the advisor for us. He has guided in a different level for an entrepreneur mindset, what to do, what not to do. Thank you, sir. And my respected and beloved directors, associate directors, deputy directors, joint directors, faculties, HODs, non-teaching staff, technical staff, and all the support of the different staffs who have supported for this program to be wonderfully conducted. Thank you, one and all. And my dear students, your presence, it is for you, what we conducted today. Please go home, relax, take your own path, see what guidance we give, what thing you can think from that perspective, different perspective, what is your passion, focus on that. That's what sir said. Just at least spend 3 days. Apart from classes, at least spend 3 hours per day, your focus will be done. Thank you for choosing us. I welcome you to DYP family, and thank you one and all. And my dear parents, you trusted us. Definitely we will keep that trust. We will promise that we will guide your students in a proper way so that tomorrow they will be a good citizen of this country. Thank you one and all. Always, please, for the students, I say, because that is one of the for me, only 30% of the population of India get a chance to get graduation. So you're already a lucky people. Only 30% of the population. And those who got post-graduation, only 12% of Indian population get post-graduation. You're already lucky people. Please focus on that. What is the job? Because you're already a privileged class. So please use the benefit. I, in final, thank all who directly or indirectly supported this event and for our university. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your kind. To have with us our esteemed academic leaders and dignitaries. Their presence today makes this occasion even more meaningful. It is now my honor to introduce our dignitaries. I request each of the academic leaders to kindly take their place on the stage as their names are being announced, as we would be taking a group photograph with the dignitaries. We now proceed with the introduction of the distinguished academic leadership representing the various schools of the and the senior officials of the university. First, we have School of Computer Science, Engineering and Application. To begin with, we are honored to welcome Dr. Rahul Sharma, Director, School of Computer Science, Engineering and Applications. We are also pleased to welcome Dr. Kiran Bandari, HOD, Computer Science, Engineering. And joining us, we warmly welcome Dr. Chandrasekhar Goswami, HOD, Computer Applications. Today we have with us School of Engineering Management and Research. We have Dr. Priya Charles, Associate Director, SEMR and HOD, Semiconductor Engineering. Dr. Ganesh Jadhav, HOD, Mechanical Engineering. Dr. Shailesh Godke, HOD, Chemical Engineering. And Dr. Praveen Gorde, HOD, Civil Engineering. Thank you, sir. School of Bioscience and Bioengineering. Moving forward, we have with us Professor Ramendra Pati Pandey, Director and Deputy Dean, Center of Interdisciplinary Studies and Research, along with Dr. Babuskan Srinivasan, HOD, Bioengineering, Dr. Praful Chavan, HOD, Forensic Science, and Dr. Parth Sathi Sen Gupta, HOD, Life Science and Biotechnology. It is a pleasure to have our academic leaders with us. We now move forward to the next school, School of Commerce and Management. Continuing with the academic leadership, we have today Dr. Atul Pise. the in-charge Associate Director, along with the Dr. Priyanka Dhoot, HOD. May I now invite the next set of academic leaders to join us on the stage. School of Continuing Education, Dr. Swapnil Bhurat, HOD. School of Design, we have Dr. Sunil Talekar, Director, and Ms. Pratima Varanasi, HOD, School of Design. Thank you. We now continue with the academic leadership of another important school of the university, School of Media and Communication Studies. Moving ahead, we have Dr. Abhinish Singh Chauhan, Director, School of Media and Communication Studies and School of Humanities and Social Science. Dr. Ramesh Chandra Pathak, HOD of School of Media and Communication Studies. Moving towards the next school, School of Applied Arts and Crafts. Next we have Mr. Jay Prakash Kalwale, Director, School of Applied Arts and Crafts, and Dr. Rahul Veldode, HOD. That concludes the introduction of our distinguished academic leadership. Thank you, everyone. We are now honored to have with us several senior officials who contribute to the academic, administrative, and student development initiatives of our university. Beginning with Examination Department, we have Mr. Vikram Barara, Controller of Examination, along with Mr. Bholendra Singh, Deputy Controller of Examination. We are honored to have with us Dr. Anurag Pandey, Director Admissions, Mr. Vittal Dhumal, Deputy Director Admissions. Next, we welcome Mr. Pramod Sharma, Deputy Registrar Academics and Administration, Dr. Ananya Arjuna, Deputy Registrar. Next, I would like to call upon Mrs. Jasmita Kaur, Dean Corporate Relations and Placements, and Dr. Arun Sachar, Associate Dean Corporate Relations and Placements. Student Welfare, Mr. Manbardhan Kant, Associate Director, Student Welfare. We also have with us Mr. Vineet Kumar, Director, IT, Dr. Satish D, Joint Director, Center for Skill Development and Joint Director, International Affairs. We have Dr. Sandhya Ingre, in charge CIIE and Internship, and Mr. Manoj D. Pendhare, Head Finance and Accounts. We also have with us Dr. Manik Rajapadhyay, Librarian. Next, Mrs. Nutan Kant, Senior Psychologist and Counselor.
I would like to request Dr. Sunil Dambare sir to please come on the stage. IQSC Director.
Next, we have Dr. Ajit Darvi, in charge NSS. And finally, Mr. Sangram Bakre, Sports Officer. Ladies and gentlemen, these esteemed academic leaders represent the diversity of our school and disciplines that contribute to the vibrant academic environment of our university. Let us put our hands together and extend a warm welcome to our all academic leaders. Thank you. We'll now proceed with a group photograph to commemorate this occasion. May I request all the dignitaries on the stage to kindly remain present for the photograph. Thank you, everyone. May I request all our dignitaries to kindly grace the front row of the auditorium and join us at the designated location for a group photograph with the audience. I request all the students to kindly stand up and remain in their respective places and follow the instructions of the photography team for the arrangement.
Thank you all. We declare the program over.